What's up guys and welcome back to my Robert Kubica Career Mode on F1 2017. Today, as I said at the end of my British Grand Prix episode, we're doing a bit of a mid-season report video to give you an idea of what's gone on so far this season. 10 races in, still second driver status at Renault, which is pretty annoying given I've been better than Hülkenberg all season, won the rivalry against him and now in a rivalry with Ocon in his Force India. Looking at the driver standings then, we're currently P9 by a bit of a margin to our teammate in 10th, which I mean for a Renault, pretty damn good at 45 points, only 5 points off a Force India car. Ferrari's at the top, dominating the season, Vettel leading with 194 points already. Looking at the top there, Perez is a standout, sitting in P4, higher than Bottas and the Red Bulls also, which is pretty impressive, 10 races in. And down the order, I can see Felipe Massa only with 13 points and Stroll 6. So Williams bottling it, and at the very bottom, 3 drivers haven't scored yet, Van Dorn and both the Saubers, which is fairly representative. And as for the constructors, Ferrari lead convincingly due to both Seb and Kimi being on it all season and Bottas bottling it for Mercedes. Red Bull and Force India very close together, which is impressive by Force India if anything. And as for us, P5 in a world of our own there, not catching Force India, not being caught by Haas. So P5 very good for a first season. Looking at my own performances, season started off as expected in and around the points 10, 9, 9. Russia was bad, and then that Monaco podium, qualified very well, defended well, and then solid P4 in Montreal. Went bad again in Baku, but then we brought it back in Silverstone with that beautiful recovery drive. So let's look to build some momentum going into the second half of the season. Teams interested in us for next season, obviously we want to be looking at teams that are better than us. Currently it looks like Mercedes are the team most interested, which is pretty amazing. Force India as well. Personally, if I'm going to switch teams, I'd love to go to Force India or Red Bull and challenge for the title there instead of Ferrari or Mercedes, which aren't really underdogs. So we'll see how this goes for the rest of the season and evaluate then. Finally, we'll finish this mid-season report off with a look at how our development is going. Looking at powertrain, still pretty bad. We're sitting P7 out of 10. And this is after I focused all my efforts on powertrain development this season. I've brought in 3 upgrades so far, and I'm still only P7, which, I mean, pretty depressing. Chassis again, 7th best, and I can't really complain with this because I've brought in only 1 upgrade this season. I decided early on that I'd focus entirely on the engine side, so that's fair. Aero, however, 4th best team, which is pretty amazing given we haven't touched on upgrades at all. None. No upgrades for Aero this season, and we're sitting P4, which is good. Durability, been my biggest regret so far. Put in 1 general upgrade and left it, and now we are struggling with engine wear and resultant penalties. So we're gonna set that right in Hungary and push for some more durability for the second half. Overall, on paper, given everyone's upgrades and development so far, we're the 6th best team, but on track we have been the 5th best team with Williams bottling it, so that's good. And the progress history, we started clearly a margin below Williams, and midway through the season now, we've closed that gap and essentially on par with Williams now. So the next push is to have a better car than them. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more. Hungarian Grand Prix episode coming up this weekend. See you then. Jan Barpe.